questions, but we'll let these guys chat. They know what they're doing. This isn't the first panel they've ever been on. So if you want to go from Greg this way, go ahead and say who your character is, do a little quote, do whatever you want, a little dance. We're down.
A little moonwalking. My name is Greg Chun. I voice Muzan Kibutsuji. And I just have to say, why do you exist when your sole purpose has become to disappoint me?
It's so evil.
So scary.
Hi, I'm Abby Trott. I voice Nezuko in Demon Slayer, and also Chuntaro, the little sparrow.
Yeah.
I get to yell at Zenitsu all day. And some other random characters that you might see in the show, just here and there. Yeah, and Nezuko sounds like this.
Is that Chuntaro sample?
That means get it together, Zenitsu!
Hi, I'm Zach Aguilar. I voice the nicest, goldenest, prettiest, most yoked boy.
Inosuke!
Inosuke, no. Fight me! Tanjiro Kamado! Best older brother ever in the entire world.
Is that your line of choice? Is him saying, Tanjiro Kamado?
Tanjiro Kamado!
Hi everybody, my name is Aleks Lee and I voice Zenitsu in Demon Slayer, and he goes, ah! Let's do that a lot.
So the number one question we've been asked this weekend is, when will we hear you guys grunting for this new training arc?
Check under your seats. Right now, there's a grunt for each one of you.
Right now, it just released, now that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
We just put it out because we have the power to do that.
See? I told you guys.
We control when the episodes come out, obviously. Everybody knows that.
I wish we had all the answers,
Yeah.
but instead we have 0 of them.
Yeah, we told them that, and same with the whether it's going to be a season, 3 movies and a season for the remainder of the arcs as all the rumors are coming out.
You know,
Castle.
the truth is, back in the day, when people would ask, like, hey, when do you guys, dub the show? Or when do you guys work on the show? The answers were different back then, but nowadays, I tell everybody, we find out when you guys find out.
Or after.
Exactly. Like, sometimes I'm, sitting at my table signing, and people come up and they're like, did you know a new season was announced? I'm like, no. They're like, did you know that your episode's coming out tomorrow? What the heck? No.
Sometimes I find out on Twitter after someone's tagged me in something, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm in that. By
The answer is they never tell us anything.
But have you actually started, I don't know if we're allowed to say this, have you started recording yet? Are we allowed to talk about that? That's not a big deal, is it?
I mean,
That's not.
Watch over there, there's a sniper right on top of you. Just be careful with your next words.
Well,
Sniper
at
says
least the
Sony
first
on the side
episode
of it.
has already dropped because the movie came out.
The first episode did drop. We did do
Okay.
the first episode.
Because I have not recorded yet, so either I've been recast, or it just moves on, just hanging around, just doing something.
You'd be surprised, because at the beginning of the show, what is it like? It's been almost 5 years now, right, you guys?
It's been 5 years.
Yeah, it has been.
Is it 5
So
years?
they auditioned the characters at the start of the show. So back then, Zenitsu and Inosuke didn't show up for 12 episodes. So for the longest time,
That's right.
I was like, did I get fired? Because Zach was telling me, and Abby are like, we already went in to record. And I'm like, that's awesome, guys. It's been 4 months. When am I coming in? And it was one of my first big jobs, so I was so anxious. And I had no reason to be, because when the trailer dropped, they had already put all of our names on there. But deep down, I was still like, maybe they fired me because they didn't like how my name looked in the font on the trailer.
Your name does look horrible in most fonts.
In most text-based things.
We already
So
have an
stupid.
A in the cast. We don't need another.
That's true.
one of those.
Too many A's in the cast.
Actually, okay, so I mean, it's Husher, a training arc. Obviously, if Infinity Castle comes and goes and they don't call me, then I'll start to worry. So,
Yeah, and that's the one that they keep rumoring 3 movies a season, 3 movies, 3 seasons.
Really?
You know,
yeah.
I think
I
they
hope
should
it's
do.
8 movies and 4 seasons.
See,
Yeah.
there you go.
I hope it's 2 Christmas specials and 3 more Christmas specials.
That's where the money is. That's all those Hallmark guys.
I'm gonna get that Nezuko so I can conquer the accursed sun.
that's how I'm going to sound like by the time it's all over.
We actually, fun fact, we actually do have 1 Christmas special. and I think it's in one of the Blu-rays. We did do the one Christmas special. Do you remember that?
Correct.
What? I don't remember this at all.
You don't
For some
remember
reason.
it?
When did we do this?
Zenitsu was trying to throw a Christmas party where only Nezuko came over, but then Tanjiro and everybody else came over dressed up in like samurai outfits for some reason. You don't remember that?
No.
You're making me sound crazy.
I don't remember.
Who here knows about the Christmas special?
Please, nobody say anything.
Okay,
Oh,
there's a few people who know
I
about
was
the
like,
Christmas special.
I wasn't sure for a second if he was meaning or not. I'm
No.
like, was there actually?
You
some-
don't remember? Maybe they fired him for the Christmas episode
I
or
don't
somebody
know. I'm
else.
like, was I in that? Did I do that?
Alex eats a lot of peanut butter sandwiches before bed, so you never really know what's going on.
Fantastic. Okay, so like I said, go ahead and start lining up for the questions. I know there's a few. I saw some back there. There's a little Tanjiro who's got something you can ask. And go ahead, you can step right up and ask since we're close enough.
You've got questions. We've got something. No answers.
Will we ever see Muzan versus Tanjiro and Nezuko?
I mean, I kind of feel like that.
I feel like that.
Nah.
That should
No, I
happen
don't
at
think
some
so.
point.
Nah.
If not, then something's very strange about this show.
The manga readers out here might be able to tell you something.
They have an
Crazy
epic
left
dance
turn.
battle.
He definitely will. It's his favorite genre.
Muscle mice
Thank
take
you.
him out.
Favorite Hashira, guys. Mine is Tengen Uzui. He's my favorite because he's very cool and I like his big muscles that he show off.
Mine is also Tengen.
Is it because of the big muscles that he show off?
It's because he's so fancy, and flashy while he's showing off those big
Those
muscles.
big muscles?
I like Shinobu and I like Rengoku.
Yeah, I'm all about Rengoku, 100%. Love that guy. Cried like a baby. The end of that thing. Yeah.
Tasty.
Tasty.
Thank you.
Ooh. Taro. Taro Boba.
Now, is that your order or Nezuko's order?
Oh, that's my order. Nezuko's order would be and that means strawberry boba, please.
Thai milk tea for me.
That's a good choice, actually.
Yeah.
Personally, I just go house. Usually, I just go house milk tea, black tea.
I was just gonna say, me too. We're both basic and generic like that.
Yeah, basic, generic, expected Asian behavior.
The two guys who wear all black on the panel.
Yeah.
And the cross bag as well.
And also, you look amazing.
Cosplay. Thank you.
I would voice Nezuko. Actually, you know what? I changed my answer. I would voice Chuntaro, so I can be the bird on my head.
You could be the bird on your own head. Sorry, what was that?
That's how my bird would sound.
What was that again?
I smell a recast. That was really good.
Yeah.
I would watch out if I were you.
I would voice, what's his name? Tengen?
Tengen
Just
Uzui?
because I feel like that's the only character I could actually pull off. Like, Ray and I, our voices are not similar, but they're in the same range. So I guess it's worse things to be than a hot guy with 3 wives. So I guess I.
You know the episode where Tanjiro and Sabito are like training and he cuts the boulder finally, like after months?
You want to voice the boulder?
I would voice that boulder, yes.
I want to voice the muscle mice.
Oh, that's a good choice. That's a good
How,
choice.
how many people voice the muscle? I know it's
Two, it's,
Bryce,
uh,
Koi, and
Koi and...
isn't there another one?
I
Somebody else
was.
did a muscle mice.
I did another panel, and it's actually 4 or 5 people have snuck in and done the muscle mice. I've been told. Bryce said
Oh,
Really?
They're all lying.
because
got-
everybody
I know.
wanted to be a muscle mice.
They got real mice to voice the muscle mice.
That's the answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your own form of breathing.
Sunday breathing. Verse 4. Chocolate fudge sundae.
Whoa! I was not expecting that. I thought you were going to say go home and lay down somewhere.
Oh, I would do something called zombie breathing, where if I'm in the middle of some task or something is really boring and I don't want to be there, it just sort of makes me forget what's happening, and I instantly jump forward to like a more interesting moment in my life.
What if like 10 years goes by?
See, that's the thing I worry about, is that I would do so much of that I would die in like 2 years. But that is what I would do still.
I do money breathing. Tax evasion. Are you kidding me? Do you know how much the IRS taxes you in California? It's like almost 30%, man.
I thought you were gonna say, are you kidding? Do you know how much money I make?
Tax breathing, relocating to Florida.
Tax breathing, money laundering.
Zero state income tax.
Yeah, Nevada. You don't have to go that far.
Washington. Yeah.
Washington?
Yeah, we don't have it here. That's why we get so many premier baseball and football players.
All right, all
Really?
right. Well, we're gonna talk about
Yeah,
that.
we're gonna have a conversation, a serious conversation about this.
Move everything, move the entire industry.
What's the sales tax?
No, Greg, we're not doing that.
Let's do the math.
Tax breathing, it's about 12%.
We're cutting off that conversation right here while all the cameras are on us.
I would
DM me later.
So you know, like when you get cat hair on your clothes and like or you get covered in cat hair and it's like in your eye and it's really annoying. I would do cat hair breathing for ball form.
Does that make more cat hair or less
Just-
cat hair?
More like you.
More?
My attack is you
That's
get
your
covered
attack.
with cat hair.
I see. I thought you wanted to cover yourself in cat hair.
No.
Okay.
No.
That's
Okay,
pretty good.
let's hear Muzan getting cat hair redesign.
What is this? Oh, this infuriating hair.
I wonder if that happens with his little bangs, his little curl.
I know, it's like, listen to me. I am going to, oh my God.
He's about to give his final speech of the season. Yeah.
You have been a thorn in my side. Jeez, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Damn it.
Thank you.
I would tell my character, just keep doing what you're doing, man. It's awesome stuff. It's,
Hey man, that whole like Michael Jackson thing, that's real cool. Keep doing that.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm a perfect creature.
Ooh, I guess it depends. If it was at the start of the season, I'd probably say, I'm very sorry that your entire family and everyone you've known and loved is dead.
I forget that sometimes, how brutal that first
Yeah,
episode
like that
is.
was it's pretty rough.
I have a lot of families that come up to me and they're like, my 4-year-old just started Demon Slayer. And I'm like, your 4-year-old? Especially the first episode, the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, remember when all of his siblings got like their heads chopped off?
Hey,
Loved
love that part.
That was a great one. Yeah, I would just be like, I'm sorry, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be ripped later, so you're okay.
I think I would just give Nezuko a hug.
Poor Nezuko.
Oh, I talked to Suzu, like play the PS2 or something. He's stressed. He's a stressed out boy, but if he has hobbies,
He's like,
PS2.
why
Yeah.
does this technology exist in the Taisho era?
that's the closest. A PS5 will be too advanced now. He might get overstimulated.
The PS2.
But a PS2
was awesome.
It was,
Exactly.
guys. Do you know
So
the game
good.
Gitaru Man? Anyone?
Yep.
PS2. Oh, one of the best games in the entire world.
Did anybody play Star Wars Starfighter? I played that so much. I was so addicted. Nobody, literally nobody played it.
Oh my god. I played like the Jack games and Sly Cooper. And, oh yeah, and Kingdom Hearts, of course.
And we have some of those over in the gaming area, including the retro Star Wars stuff.
What?
Yeah, there's
What
a
are
shuttle
we
that keeps
doing
people out
here?
there.
A gaming area?
So after the show closes, all the way till midnight, there is a arcade, a gaming area at the other end of the fair.
That's when it starts, is midnight, so we gotta stay here until
All
Are they
night long.
selling retro games?
They've got some people selling retro games, some vendors out there, stuff like that. Yeah.
I gotta be.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
If we could redesign our characters, how would we redesign?
I would take that bamboo right out of Nezuko's mouth, square one, and
Give her 200 more lines per episode.
yeah, and a mohawk.
I would give Muzan a meat suit.
What does that mean? What is that?
He's,
What is
he's
that?
covered in slices of thinly sliced
I mean,
steak.
like,
What? Like Gaga?
No, yeah, exactly. Because then people would say he looks like Lady Gaga instead of Michael Jackson. It would just be a different thing.
What would that do for him, though?
Well, I mean,
Lore-wise.
no, I just think it put him in a good mood. I
Maybe you wouldn't kill people then, or like.
no, I would still do that.
Oh,
He'd be too fascinated looking at himself in the mirror every
Yeah.
morning. He'd be
Look at
like,
that meat.
Yeah.
He just always have
He'd be
charcuterie.
like, look at that meat.
Well, I mean,
where'd that
there's
come from, man? I
So
don't
much
know.
opportunity, like different cuts of meat, and some days it could just be like cooked steaks, and other days it's like, you know, thinly sliced, like shabu shabu kind of vibe. No, he's a snack. It's just, yeah,
Yeah, he's a walking charcuterie board.
trust me, I've tried to throw steaks at people, it does not harm them.
The cheese is in the hat.
Watch in like 1 month, there's gonna be like a leaked video of Greg Chung with a meat suit on.
Is that prosciutto?
Yeah, that's such a good idea.
What about you? How would you redesign your character?
I would turn him into a little tabby cat and let him live a free life.
Free from stress.
The world is his litter box. My dream.
I would put a piece of bamboo in Zenitsu's mouth and give him really sharp nails and a pink bow. Thank you for your question.
Sounds familiar.
So their character screaming Nezuko?
Wait, us as our character screaming Nezuko.
In the way that Zenitsu does.
Okay, well, then, Alex,
He's already off to a great start. The voice crack right on.
let me try. I think I could. Alex, you have to demonstrate for us first. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We all get one.
Okay, you guys all get one. I say this at every con. You get one. Ready?
And we wonder why you lost your voice doing solo leveling.
All right, here's Muzan doing that. Nezuko!
That's beautiful, man.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Nezuko!
That had a little rock singer to it.
You know who's going to be on the rock band stage later on?
I just say my own name. I feel like I'm learning to talk again, so it'd be like,
Is she having an existential crisis about who she is?
100%.
Have you seen the way?
Remember your own name, Nezuko. Thank goodness.
Good morning.
Thank you. A favorite demon from the show. Ooh.
I think some of us share.
I
the
think
same
so.
demon.
Unfortunately for Rengoku, I really like his pink hair friend. Who had a little duel with him. A friendly duel, of course.
Yeah, they were just broing it out, you know? It's like they're just playing Call of Duty together. Yeah.
I like that because I also like, I always forget his name, the house demon that flips, voiced by Steve Bloom. Like, carries the house.
The drum demon.
Yeah. What's his name? Yogai.
Yeah.
His name is Steve. the drum demon.
Steve, the drummer.
I also like Akaza just because my favorite scene that I've voiced in the show so far is when I curse him out and point at him and cause veins to explode and stuff. And then, but I also like Daki because.
Oh, yeah.
Lindbeck.
That's
Lindbeck.
right. Erica Lindbeck's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daki's, man, Erica's Daki is like pitch perfect.
And she'll be at the hell of a panel. That's why she's not at this year.
That's a good panel. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you guys bringing it to my question for you, as your characters, what would be the first 3 plants you would put in a garden?
Plants you would put in a garden. I would put a tomato. What are you laughing at?
It's just so random and sincere at the same time.
Yeah, like maybe
You know,
like
like
a
any
cucumber.
days you feel like you want to be on tea.
It's true.
That's
So
hard.
some lettuce then.
I put more tomato in there. Is it like 3 different plants, or am I only allowed to have 3 tomatoes?
My goal was 3 different, but if you only want to go with 3 different hybrids.
That's true. I want 3 colors of tomatoes so I can pretend it's like the stoplights.
That's so zenny, sir. I would put lilies, irises, and spider plant.
Ooh.
Spider plant.
Get it? Blue spider, lily, get it?
Like I got 2 of my 3. I would plant a sakura tree.
Ooh, nice.
I would plant. I was thinking rice, but then I would have to plant a lot of them. So if I could only do one, I guess like a potato. I feel like something practical to
Yeah.
feed the family, right?
You don't need to plant rice.
We're
There's
feeding the
Costco.
family with our farm? I thought it was just for
Nezuko
decoration.
is. I mean, my family, my one
That's
family
true.
member remains. And then a 3rd one, something that smells nice. Let's go with like some wisteria to keep them demons away.
Zach, we all bought you the time you needed to come up with your place. I know he's sitting there. He's like,
Strawberries, rosemary, and a giant wisteria tree. Yeah, it's gonna drape from the garden in over my house.
We need more. The more
we need
the
more
better.
plant knowledge. Thank you.
I'm like, I don't need vegetables.
This is what
Sorry,
happens when you're at the
Mom.
fairgrounds.
Is
You
there
get
a
the
steak
produce
plant
center.
where it grows steak?
I know. Would love a steak plant. Hi.
Hi.
Favorite line from any character in the show?
Ooh. That's a tough one, actually. I think I just like anything that comes out of Inosuke's mouth.
Same.
Honestly.
Inosuke's my favorite. Yeah.
He's so random.
I love in the new season when he just like he just crashes through the window. That's amazing.
I loved when Tanjiro woke up and he's just on the ceiling.
He's just on the ceiling. Anything that comes out of him is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like when Inosuke was when he was doing that whole like I'm not crying, you're crying thing. What didn't he do something like that?
Yeah, that was
funny.
at the end of
Yeah.
Mugen Train.
That was super funny.
All right, so I guess we're all in
We're in
unison.
agreement.
Yeah.
Bryce
Thank
is
you.
the best.
Bryce Pappenbrook.
I'm a big fan of Nezuko calling your character Zenitsu Inosuke in the new season.
Oh yeah. That's also a great one.
And then I can't say the name right. You know, like can't get it right.
That's right.
Comedy, folks. A favorite out of.
The 12 Kizuki. I think we're all,
Yeah,
we're
did
all in
that.
agreement. I think we all just enjoy Mr. and Mr. Akuta
Yeah.
for the most part.
So
So
far.
far, because we haven't been introduced to everybody in length, in depth
So
yet.
for
Yeah,
now.
So for now, Akuta, maybe ask us in a year, no change.
Ooh.
My favorite is the 13th Kizuki.
Once that castle opened up, it got weird.
Bob! The 13th Kizuki.
Bob.
Favorite butterfly sister?
I like
Ooh.
Shinobu.
I think I would go with Shinobu as well.
Yeah, same.
I think my answer for reasons has to be Kana.
Okay, that's a canonical answer.
Yeah,
good
that is
answer.
That's a good answer.
that is a
Good.
canonical answer.
Who's your favorite? I know, I can tell.
Favorite side character?
Side character.
I like that
Was
one
it
guy in the mountain arc where there were the spider family, and there was this one guy that comes up. He's like, I could take these guys, and then he gets sliced up into like 20 billion pieces.
Immediately.
What was do you guys remember what was the name of Koi's character?
Murata.
that was so weird because he was in the, like, remember in the game, and I was so confused. And Zeno was like, "Where is Genya? Why isn't Genya in this video game?" But this random dude.
The funny thing about the show is that sometimes when we get cast, if we don't have a lot of lines, they'll ask us to do like smaller characters. Like when I was first recording Zenitsu for episode 11, we only had like a couple of lines, or before that. So at the end of episode 10, so they asked me to like voice one of the guys that gets turned into a demon by your character. So there's a guy when he's in the udon eating episode.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy that gets his neck sliced, and he goes like. So I voice
remember
that
that guy.
Oh,
and,
that's cool.
And the funniest thing about this show is that when Ray was first cast as Tengen, he had like one line in season 1. And I was telling him, I'm like, Tengen's a big deal. He's gonna be a big character later. And Ray was like, no, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And so because they had Ray and they needed to fill his time, they had him voice a character named Sickly Man. And before Entertainment District arc, Ray had voiced Sickly Man more times than he had voiced Tengen, because they brought Sickly Man in the video game. So he was like, man, I just did a bunch of Sickly Man today. He did Sickly Man for the movie, he did Sickly Man for the
Oh
game.
wait, was that the guy with tuberculosis?
Yes, that was him.
Oh, that's right. I
So
remember.
he had like
Yeah.
10 times more lines as Sickly Man than he did as Tengen. And I was just like, wow, man, get that paper, man.
I like the muscle mice, and I also like the what's the name of the sword
Haganesta?
Haganesta.
Yeah.
So funny. He's got like such a weird chip on his shoulder.
And it would be played by Robbie too. Like, of course it's Robbie.
I liked Allegra Clark's character. I thought that was a pretty chilling storyline. I think she did a really good job.
Oh, the Spider Mom?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, lots of trauma in that.
Yeah.
Favorite muscle mice? I like the one with 2 belly buttons. Did you see that one? Yeah, he's in like episode 28 of the show. He's really cool.
I don't even, dude,
I don't know if I can even distinguish them at this point.
I like the ones that are dressed like Izui.
Right,
mean all of them?
Yeah.
I didn't know one had 2 belly buttons.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
that was a
No,
joke answer, not
he has,
real.
he has a motorcycle that he goes on after and everything. You didn't see that part? It's at the end of episode 29.
Meets up with Stuart Little. Thank you.
That's what are you looking at me for?
I'm looking at somebody else
I'm
who's
just looking at
whoever wants to do theirs
My
first.
favorite line is
Blood demon are exploding blood!
because I got to do the thing.
That was a mini Tanjiro on it.
I already said mine is when I'm cursing Akaza out, but that whole sequence is my favorite. When he says like something about like, oh, I was able to eliminate one thing, and I say something to along the lines of like, you come to me boasting of your infantile triumph or something like that. The whole harangue that I subject him to is really fun.
Do you think Akaza knows what you're talking about when you're using all those big words?
He's just like,
He just sits there, he's
What
like,
does that mean?
okay.
Yeah, that's why I
yes,
do
sir.
it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, while he's scared, I also want him to feel really uneducated and stupid.
You can tell by the look, context clues not even helping.
Yeah, that's why he's so quiet, is because he has no idea what he's
I think one of
Is
my
this a compliment that he's saying right now? Is this a good thing?
I think one of my favorite lines from Entertainment District is when they first hang out with Tengen, and Inosuke and Tengen are having an argument, being like, "I'm the king of the mountain," and Tengen's like, "No, I'm the king of the mountain." And Zenitsu's stand there, he's like, "You're both the king of stupid."
That's a great line. I think for Tanjiro, him and Genya were in the hot spring, and you know stuff happens, and Genya leaves, and Tanjiro's like, "And here I thought we could bond together in our nakedness."
Thank you.
So, I'm seeing this later. So, Turbo is now
Good, good.
The best one.
I actually question. All of your characters, they played Street Fighter.
They played Street Fighter.
Yeah, M.
Characters
Bison,
played
obviously.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, M. Bison for sure.
He would obviously play the best character in the new Street Fighter 6 video game, Luke from Street Fighter.
You know what? My main was actually Akuma. So
Really?
Yeah. So maybe
I think it's because he enjoys feeling like a bad boy.
that's why he's so good all the time that he has to be bad in the video game.
I don't know all the Street Fighter characters. I need help.
Do you know any of the Street Fighter characters? Just answer that one.
Okay, there's
Yeah, Luke.
there's Glimbo. He's my favorite character.
Limbo.
Glimbo.
And then there's Pew Pew, who's the only one that has projectiles.
Yes, but Glimbo's cool because he's green and purple.
Sounds real.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah, he can vouch. He knows. He knows about
We
Glimbo.
never trust Alex.
Thank you.
There's this character called Poo Poo, and they throw poops.
It's part of the DLC now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Arson.
Arson.
I don't know if that's safe.
I don't know if that's legal.
Yeah.
You can do the persona one.
I don't want to alarm everyone.
Yeah, I don't think we want to scream anything fire
I don't know what
related.
it is.
What is this from?
She's like, I was standing here, I had to think of a question, I just wanted to talk.
I did hear some shy people ask about some of your other characters. So how about a favorite or memorable quote from a different anime that you did a voiceover for?
Oh, well, my favorite Garo quote from One Punch Man is, "I'm gonna slaughter every last one of you bitches!"
You can't cuss, there's kids
I thought we weren't going to alarm people.
That's not alarming. That's fine, clean language.
Yeah, factual too.
PG 13.
Can we get a wakey wakey?
Wakey wakey. From my favorite show, Blimbo Adventures.
I know my brain is in Demon Slayer.
I know, I was
really-
what are the
There's a lot of
animes
other.
that I've been-
I mean, I've done some grunts in a little game known as Genshin Impact. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I know it's really niche. It's like super
Sure.
small. But yeah, he
Can we
sounds
get a
like
wind
this.
blade?
Hua! Wind blade. Huh.
That was really good.
That was like all my dialogue
Super good.
actually. So you're welcome.
And Lupin.
Do something from Shaman King, man.
Amidamaru, Spirit Flame Mode!
There you go. Woo!
Love when Abby gets angry.
Which is all the time.
Which
by
is,
the way.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much
Full
always.
of rage. You can tell.
Well, he's asking,
Oh, like if we
Like our
would
characters?
like our
we
characters
just-
or ourselves?
like. Oh,
Okay.
okay. I think Tanjiro would just be like, giggity.
I think that's gonna get you in more trouble than saying arson.
Giggity.
You would just start blushing. Like,
Yeah, he'd probably be like, I don't know.
I think Zenitsu would black out, and then when he wakes up, he would be in like a different country.
Just wait, he'd have like a nosebleed or
Maybe his nosebleed like projected him into the air.
On a rocket ship.
Yeah.
Nezuko Mitsuri is like my big sister figure, so yeah.
I don't think I can safely answer this question because any scenario like that would just end up in lots of criminal activities.
Maybe for a future convention where we have an after dark panel.
Thank you.
Who's better at what was it? Who's better at using poison, Shinobu or Tamayo? I feel like that's
Who's
a,
better at using
that's
it?
a good
If you're saying
question.
using it for medical purposes or for killing purposes? Okay, then I would say probably Shinobu.
Yeah.
Like, cause for the lady, she has to spend like months and years in a lab. So Tanjiro could be fighting Muzan and be like, "Can you help me?" And she'd be like, "Sorry, I'm working on my research thesis here."
We need another year.
We need another year, Tanjiro. You gotta wait another year, please.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. They're both really skilled. So.
And it depends on how far you are cut up in the current. Both.
Yeah. It just takes time.
Yeah.
That's the time.
Thank you. Ooh, Entertainment District art is my favorite art because it has a great mix of comedy and action. So that one, I'm like a little baby, so when they show like flashing lights, I'm like, ooh.
Fireworks
awesome.
and a banging soundtrack.
Yeah. I was like, that's my favorite season right there.
Yeah, I think it's hard to choose, but I like Entertainment District because it's like the Daki fight. It's pretty epic. And I really like their sibling dynamic, and I think it's so sad the way that arc ends. And like you feel bad for the demons. It's just heart-wrenching. And yeah, the little comedy bits with the boys messing up as little Maiko. It's pretty cute.
Yeah, same. Entertainment District for me too. I am curious to see how everything is done with Infinity Castle coming up in the manga. So that might
change. Yeah,
that might
yeah,
end up
change.
becoming my favorite one, but because it's not out yet, Entertainment District.
Yeah, for me it's Mugen Train, just because I love Rengoku that much.
I thought you were gonna say it's Mugen Train because it sounds like Muzan Train.
Missed opportunity.
What's your
almost got
favorite?
it.
Do you have a favorite arc?
Entertainment
District.
District.
Oh, it's popular.
There we go.
Nice. How often do I lose my voice?
Not often enough. Just
Not often enough.
Singer.
It's very, very rare for me to lose my voice. I think one of the things about Zangsu is that when we first did it, I was trying really hard to figure out how to do it without losing my voice, because when you record, you have to record like 2 or 3 days a week. So if you lose your voice on day 1, you're not going to be able to do it on day 2. And if they have no time, then you're gonna have to work with what you have. So it's gonna sound really bad if I lose my voice. So I've practiced a really safe way of doing it, and after doing it for like 5 years now, I rarely ever lose my voice. The last time I lost it was because I did a really big fight scene, and then immediately after, like 10 minutes after, I went to a convention where I talked to fans for like 8 hours straight, and I was like, hi everybody, welcome to my table. So. Not too much anymore, but in the beginning it was definitely pretty hard to figure that balance out. But yeah, thank you. Take care of your throat.
Do you each have any good tips for that? Because we have a lot of aspiring voice actors, podcasters, and stuff up here that always seem to ask that question.
Yeah, I would say warm up. No matter what you're doing, even if it's not screaming, just warming up your voice can help. Make sure your muscles are ready, and also there are some ways of screaming that are less damaging than others. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you try to keep your throat open and not constrict those muscles, because the more you constrict your vocal cords, the more you can damage that.
Yeah, there's a voice actor named Michael Schramm who actually teaches a class on effective screaming, because he was a heavy metal singer forever, and so I'm actually waiting to take that class. The last
That
con,
sounds great, yeah.
the last con I saw him at, I'm like, please do your class so I can take it again. So like Abby said, a lot of it is about vocal support, and for me, I'm at a point now where I don't get cast for many roles that require a lot of screaming, just because that's just not my voice anymore. But when I do have to, I do a lot of humming and a lot of scales like over my range so in between lines I'll just go. It sounds really stupid, and the engineer's probably like, what the hell is this guy's problem? But I'll do that, and then I'll also do like.
That's beautiful, man.
Just imagine Muzan here just doing that between his voice lines.
Yeah, exactly.
And the engineer's thinking, this guy is a nut, dude.
Yeah, I know.
What is going on?
Or think of Muzan actually doing it while he's in the chemistry lab. He's just like.
He's trying to sound cool, so when he meets Tanjiro, he can have an epic voice.
That's right. And he'll get so mad because they should have his voice crack when I meet you.
Exactly.
Yeah, finally we meet Tanjiro. Damn it! I had a whole speech.
What's your question? If you had to swap bodies with another character, which character would it be?
Do I have to? I mean,
The question is if you had to.
if I don't
I
want
think
to.
Zenitsu would swap bodies with Tek and Uzui.
I was
in a
thinking
heartbeat.
Tekken too. I'm like, yeah, just.
Well, is that what Tanjiro would want to do?
What would Tanjiro do? That's a good. That's a good point.
I think he would swap bodies with Muzan and then jump off a bridge.
Take this for killing my.
I would obviously swap with Nezuko because then I can walk around in the sun all day.
I was gonna say I would swap with Muzan and just not kill people. Just not be a jerk.
World peace has been achieved.
No, but then you would swap bodies with him and you would give him the power to walk around as Nezuko. So he could go and kill more people as Nezuko.
That's true.
Oh, you mean it's like a double swap?
Yeah.
Oh, they switched
Freaky
places.
Friday. Freaky Friday.
Oh,
I see.
okay.
Okay. Okay, well that changes things.
Not for you, I don't think. I think you would want to be Nezuko.
Well, no, but I wouldn't want to then give Nezuko all my power because then she's going to come and kick the crap out of me, right?
That's true.
It hasn't been proven yet whether you could beat her or not.
That is true.
You're like, Nezuko, inherit my cool laboratory with a bunch of flasks.
They're called beakers.
Beakers and flasks.
Graduated cylinders. God.
You get my weird family.
You get my young brother with a big scar on his forehead. His name is Tanjiro. Kiss him on the forehead. Thank you for your question.
Thank you. Favorite battle?
Favorite battle?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I'll say the fight with Daki.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I like when they all scream together at the end. It was very cool.
It was an intense fight.
Yeah, that whole sequence was awesome. I loved the start of it too. Like Tanjiro was fighting Daki on the rooftop, and then he remembers Rengoku. It's like, set your heart ablaze, and he says that whole sequence, and uses Burning Bones, Summer Sun. Yeah.
Yeah.
The camera movement was really good in that.
But I also want to give an honorable mention to the whole spider fight because that was really unnerving. Like that's the fight that stressed me out the most. It just looked the most painful and upsetting. So,
Thank you for your
Thank
question.
you. What the Sigma?
what does that mean?
We all looked to Alex.
I think, from what I remember, it's a clip of like Squidward, and he goes, "What the Sigma?" That's all I know
Is that
about
what it is?
Pretty much. It's an internet thing.
What the Sigma?
What the Sigma?
What the Sigma?
Arson. Oh, sorry, that's a lot. What the Sigma? Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, of all of the characters,
Like in our career?
like of all time, bud?
Of all time.
Oh, in animes.
Well, I think I would prefer Zenitsu over men who get scratched in neck. So, did you also have to voice other characters in this show? Because I know Greg probably had to, right?
I don't know if I did.
You didn't?
Did I?
Did they just make me and Gray do it? Just for fun?
Oh, no, he's getting mad. No, I totally did. I did. It's fine.
Wait, what about Abby? Did you-
Abby voices many characters in the show.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
I was one of Genya's siblings, some of the Maiko in the entertainment district, just random.
Abby, we're not important enough to not have to voice other characters.
I didn't do it for Demon Slayer, no. I think Tanjiro is the only one I've ever... They didn't even throw me, like, a guy dying. Hey,
You know
So
what they
no
should-
and additional voices.
no.
You know what they should have had you do? The crow. Like one of the crows.
I know, I would have
That would've
loved
been
to
great.
just
What's
say
your
something.
crow voice?
What's your crow
Let's
voice?
hear it.
I'm a crow!
That's pretty good, actually.
Very good. Yeah.
Thank
Hold
you.
on, the highest note I can hit. No, wait, I can't even do it.
It sounds more seagull-ish thing.
It's turning into a seagull.
Oh, that one was really good.
Wow, that's impressive.
I want to see a Rengoku spin-off
Rengoku,
series.
yeah, for sure.
They
Rengoku's
did.
cooking special.
Rengoku
For-
cooking show, yeah.
For the anime, they did add in one additional episode with more content for him, and I thought it was
Yeah.
an amazing episode. So
The Rengoku
yeah,
backstory,
the
his family.
Rengoku Adventures, that would be really
the
cool.
origin story.
Yeah.
Rengoku.
The muscle legs.
The muscle life, that's a good one too. Thank you.
Thank you. I like Rengoku as Anthony Bourdain.
What's your favorite anime?
That's a tough one.
Ooh, mine is a show called Your Lie in April. Yeah.
Were you in that one?
I did additional voices in that one actually, but so technically yes, but not really. I was a fan of it before it even like got dubbed, so yeah, it's cool.
I'm a fan. I like Cowboy Bebop, although it's been a long time since I've seen the whole show. I feel like I need to give it a rewatch. If I was to choose a movie, it would definitely be Princess Mononoke.
I like a super old series called Tenchi Universe,
Universe.
and also Speed Racer. So I'm dating myself quite a lot.
Speed Racer has some of the best voice acting I've ever heard in it. Have you guys seen the clip? There's one of the villain characters who's driving on the side of the cliff, and he's like, "Oh, that's a cliff! Ah!" It is amazing. Do yourself a favor and look up the Speed Racer dub. Some of the best voice acting I've ever heard.
I want to meet that guy.
My favorite is a show called Ping Pong the Animation. Who here has heard of it? One person. Let's go. 3 people. Nice. But my other favorite is Mob Psycho 100. I really like that show. Thank you.
The saddest,
The saddest
backstory in
backstory.
Demon Slayer.
Mine, obviously.
Yeah,
Come
you know,
on.
I
I
like
got
how
sick. It was frustrating. Come on, that was really sad.
I
when
like
that
how
was-
like every demon we've seen has like a really tragic backstory where it's
No.
like, oh, that's so sad, and then Muzan's just like, he's always been an asshole.
That's not true. I got sick. It was frustrating.
Well, the best is usually Tanjiro experiences the backstory with them
Yeah.
as they're dying. So it's
true.
like, what's the newest, saddest story we can tell? They had 2 puppies.
Muzan's just like, I didn't like my doctor. I'm gonna stab him. I'm gonna kill that guy.
That demon got bullied and they rubbed dirt in his eyes when he was a human. So then he turned into a demon.
Saddest backstory though, I think.
Zadaki sibling relationship.
That's
It's
That's what keeps coming to my mind too. Yeah.
They were just kids and they were struggling, and then everything went real bad real fast. And yeah, that one really breaks my heart. Yeah.
I think so far it's the docu one.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We did it. We cleared them out.
We've
Cleared
answered
them
every question
out.
ever in the world.
Every question ever answered. The best thing is, we get to give them back to you a little bit early then. I know you all have lines awaiting you upstairs. So unless there's one last minute, looks great. Let's put a round of hands together for these guys and send them back to set. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Haven't been asked that you would like to be asked.
That is so meta.
How is your day today? It's going great.
You
thank
haven't
you.
been asked that today at all? I don't believe
I
it.
ask other people how their days are.
Nobody in your line has asked you how your day was?
No, I think someone has.
Okay, we gotta choose a different question.
I think so.
I think a question Zach would like to be asked is, how many holes do you have in your pants?
That's a good point. I think there's 2.
Now, if we get technical about it, are these holes as well?
Oh, I know a good one. What's another project that you have out that you want to plug?
There you go. Let's do that one.
Oh.
What do you have coming up?
Funny you should ask.
Who asked that question, by the way? That was a really good question.
Doesn't matter. As for me, there's a show called Grimsburg that's now on Hulu. It was on Fox. We've done 2 seasons. It's John Hamm's animated series, and I voice Lieutenant Kang in it. So now you can check it out on Hulu, and then we'll broadcast season 2 next year on Fox.
Hard-hitting detective dramedy.
So serious.
Abacus.
3 animated anybody's out this week, Yozakura Family and Ishura and Rising Impact.
Oh, she is busy, huh?
It was a
Wow.
weird week. I'm like, oh, you're all
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You know, just go like coming through the line. You know, I meet a lot of people who obviously love Demon Slayer, and I always try to plug Cyberpunk Edge Runners. So if you haven't seen Cyberpunk Edge Runners, watch it. It's on Netflix. It's awesome.
Well, why don't you plug your streaming stuff? Because I know you're about to do some
Yeah.
streaming stuff.
I
soon.
do streaming. Like I stream on YouTube. I play Genshin Impact. I played some Wuthering Waves. I try to kind of play games, I guess, that I'm a part of whenever I have time.
Drop the link.
But yeah, it's youtube.com/Ozak.
Not a sponsored segment, by the way.
Not sponsored.
I had a show come out recently called Solo Leveling. And I spent a lot of time working on that show. I wrote a lot of the dialogue, which I'm very proud of, and I screamed a lot. Like, I screamed a lot of screams, so yeah.
And a game.
And a game! So,
And of course, Mashal.
of course, Mashal Season 2.
Yes, and the
You're-
best thing
you're
about
that
Mashal,
one.
I narrate Mashal, and I get to sort of make snarky remarks about Alex a lot, which is super fun.
Greg has actually narrated in like a bunch of shows I'm in, like Vinland Saga. You narrate that one too.
Yeah.
You get to tell everyone what he's thinking or doing.
Yeah, well, in Mashal, I get to just sort of say what he's doing and kind of roll my eyes at
Can you tell them what I'm doing right now? Can you narrate what I'm doing right now?
So Mashal got out of his chair. He put his microphone down and waved at the crowd. Exited the stage the wrong way. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, everyone. See you guys at the next one.